over. Today, a good one in store here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Denver Broncos. Ball is teed up. Chase McLaughlin to do the honors. And here we go at Mile High. Return starts at the 9. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Oh, my son! Ready! Ready, my son!
Opening play, and Bo will throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Oh, my son! Ready! Ready, my son!
Shotgun snap to Nix. As a man, that's Cortland Sutton. They'll touch him down a couple of yards away from that marker.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes, just like that.
On 3rd down, they'll go with Chubb. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Oh, my son! Ready! Ready! Return! Kill!
Staying on the ground here with Chubb. Breaks a tackle. He's still going. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Ready, ready, hey, kill!
First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. Dropped for the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Here's a screen now for Chubb. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Hey, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Third and long for Nix. It's dumped off to Chubb. And they make the stop. I'm going to say at about the 37-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
On 4th down and 5, the offense staying out there.
Oh, my son! Ready! Bombers! Captain! Joe!
Out of the gun, it's Nix. And all their pressure gets it done. That's a sack on 4th
coaches challenged him to get the defense off the field with a stop. Rose to the challenge and delivered on that one, really overwhelming the line of scrimmage.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10.
180! Done!
Coming out throwing is Baker. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you can take a lick at any time.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Baker now from the gun. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin on that play. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
3rd down. Here's Mayfield. Was knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up. And we talked about it earlier. Probably losing streak into building rhythm. That is not a good start towards breaking that streak because they go 3 and out.
No, you want to bust that narrative. And the best way to do that is to start fast. And, well, once again, they're not.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10. At their own 20-yard line.
Denver getting everybody set. So they've got 1st and 10.
Get ahead! Hold on a second! Olay, olay, olay! Ready! My name is Husky.
To throw, here's Nix. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. That chunk with a nice 21 yards. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st.
At the 41-yard line.
Hold on a second!
Off the play fake, here's Nix. Looking out wide as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Hold on a second! Hold on. Ready! Olay, olay, olay! Bombers, bombers, bombers. Captain, 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 captain. Joe.
Again on 2nd and 10. Nix. Connects on the crosser. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
You know these teams, they track every step of their players. Many of them wear GPS units in their uniform to track how much mileage. I don't care what the stat sheet said and how long that gain was. That dude ran a long way, all the way across the field, but it paid dividends.
Once more, it's Nix. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Olay, olay, olay! Olay, olay, olay! Olay, olay, olay!
2nd down. Here's Nix again. It's caught. This is Gabe Davis. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Hold on a second! Bombers, bombers, bang! My name is Captain, 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 captain.
Nix with it on 1st. And he'll score. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos take a 6-0 lead in the 1st quarter. They're out to try and tack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Returnable from the 1. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
Their own 18-yard line.
Bucs to the line. 1st and 10. We give to Irving to start this drive. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
At the 21-yard line.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. It's the Broncos out in front. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They'll be set up 2nd and 7. Mayfield now from the gun. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked up Alex Singleton. And the Broncos are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Intercepted.
2nd down, they go pass here, and it's intercepted to kill the drive.
And that is one way defensively to get your teammates off the field. That was all about anticipation. Great move there by the defender to take it away and put his offense on the field.
On 1st down, it's Nix. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Positive that effort, he didn't go backwards, didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on 2nd down.
18-yard line.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Away! Oh, my son! Hey, Captain!
Nix from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. The Buccaneers are going to get home as they drop him. And they come up big on 3rd down there with the sack.
A loss of 7.
Now we'll see a field goal try by the Broncos. It's a 39-yarder. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And they come away with some points on that series.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here. But they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, well, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage made.
And they're on 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. First down pass, sent away by a defender, incomplete. Trying to force one through there. So 2nd down coming up.
35-yard line.
Throwing again is Baker. Brought in left side by Godwin. He's going to get this to the opposing 41. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route to Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack them only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Hurry! 180! Hurry!
First down, here's Baker. Catch made by Bucky Irving. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Solid block in there, springs him for 8. It's going to be second down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
From the gun, Mayfield. Near the goal line. Ooh, and he's not going to score, but they're just a yard away now as this sets up first and goal.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Going jumbo set on this first and goal.
Set. 180. Run. What's that?
Play action. Here's Mayfield. He rolls to his right. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So now it'll be second and goal. So they fire for the end zone on first down, Brock. I think a lot of folks probably assume after the incompletion it'd be a run here on second and goal. What say you?
Yeah, I think you always got to be careful about assuming. As a fan, as a defensive coordinator, I think as an offense, you've worked on it all week, continue to get to the stuff you trust the most.
And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up third and goal. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something, an injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of a series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
From the 5-yard line after the loss, third and goal.
Set. 180. What's that?
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. And he's got it. It's in close. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers start to fight back with their first points of this game. It's a Chris Godwin touchdown. On his Chase McLaughlin for the point after. The point after splits the upright. And the Buccaneers cut it to a field goal game. Raleigh set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for first and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
It just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, they just got ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Nix again on second and 10. And no gain after the catch, but the gain's still out across midfield. They're to the 45. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. All on the 45, first and 10.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Running right with Chung. And he gets him around 6 there. Stopped that time by Jamel Dean.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4.
Hold on, set. Bombers, bomb. Ready. My name is Hut. Motion, motion. Hey, that's your man. That's your man.
Again, it's Chubb. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down.
38-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Hey, Sean, let's go.
Nick's now to throw. He's got Sutton complete. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Ready.
Now again, right side to Chubb. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
You want to see the term read and react with the little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
19-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Hold on, set. Kill, 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 kill. Ready.
Nick's looking to throw. Here's a screen now for Chubb. He's right up next to that 1st down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Here comes play number 8 of the drive. 3rd and 1.
Hold on, set. Ready.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Denver calls the 2nd of its 3 timeouts. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Now we'll see a field goal try by the Broncos. This will be around a 33-yarder for him. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll double their lead to 6.
We hear it every single week, Kate, when we talk to these special teams coaches, frankly, the whole team and head coaches, how important just that momentum is coming into break and heading out of break. Well, that was job well done. Mission accomplished to score before the end of half.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime. 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. It's another 1st half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Broncos get the football back with minimal time to go in our half. Only 10 seconds remaining here, so 1st and 10 may be our last snap of the half.
Ready. My name is Hut. Hey, motion, motion to the right. Motion, motion. Olay, olay, olay. Olay, olay, olay.
He's back to throw. He finds Ingram working downfield here. And a huge run comes to an end as he heads out of bounds. Wow. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. From the left hash, a 40-yard look. Pressure mid, and it's blocked. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. And they're to send it away. Returning it from the 4. He loses it on the hit. And they dodge a turnover there on the return. And he's out of bounds a lot sooner than they would have liked. Looks like he stepped out at the 11.
Awareness. So critical in so many phases of the game. And in this phase, in the special teams phase, it's not just hitting blocks and clearing the lane, but in this case, recognizing the fumble and most importantly, keeping that possession.
We're going to start the half with a give to Irving. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Baker now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Shotgun handoff to Irving. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Baker now. Throw left side, complete. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
3rd and just 2 to go. He gets it out left, and it's gone. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. That's a pickup of 9. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
180! King!
Throwing, Baker. Down the field, Evans has it. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. Give him 32 on the play. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. We're in the double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself. This defense, they had a plan. And they did an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
This is Irving on 2nd. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold it right at the line of scrimmage. So 3rd down now.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd down and 11.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Buys time, rolling right. That's complete downfield to Godwin. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Buccaneers.
From the red zone now. And he hauls it in for the Tampa touchdown. The Buccaneers make their way to the end zone. It's a Chris Godwin touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
13.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Brings in the kick at the 9. Things going well so far. And an excellent effort there sets him up almost at midfield.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Kill.
And up to Chubb to start the drive. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Hold on, son. Ready. My name is Hutton. Check.
They fake the handoff. Now next. Deep on the line. Oh, the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And they'll advance it no further. They belt him as he tries bringing that fumble forward.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down a distance.
So they keep the football, but now they face second and long.
Hold on, son. Ole. Ready. Bombers. Go.
Nix from the gun. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, or out at the 31.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio. This guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3.
Hold on, son. Ready. My name is Hutton.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Running by his back, Dobbins. And he's done cold at the spot. We will keep paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
Broncos, first down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Ready. My name is Hutton.
Now Nix. They try to set up the screen. Dobbins. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Brought down back at the 31-yard line.
We're through 3 on this holiday weekend. It's Broncos football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the 4th. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Hold on, son. Get ready. My name is Hutton. Ole.
Throwing again. Here's Nix. It's dumped off to Chubb. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos take a 4th-quarter lead. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. Now the offense and Nick's coming to the line and looking to tack on 2 more.
The Broncos will line up for the 2-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. Escapes the pocket. He won't get away. They bring him down. The sack prevents them from adding another 2 more to that lead.
19. Buccaneers, 14.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Has it at the 11. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s. Versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because It hasn't been a great performance for them.
You know, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
The only thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Mayfield. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. Jonte Barron has it. And the Broncos get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Well, we're watching the defense not just generate turnovers, but really add to them. A return like that, think about it, that's 4 or 5 plays that you just saved your offense from as they try to make that interception, yet another one, count.
He'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. He gets it again. He runs out of real estate before he can dive for it. That's out of the 3. Only a yard that time. An offensive stand brewing here, and it brings up 3rd and goal.
Pull out. Hold on, set.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. Wow, and they're actually going to lose some yardage here as they fail to convert. Now they're facing 4th down.
That's one of those situations where if you're going to call that play, you better execute it. Because if it works, well, you're a genius. But one little thing gets on.
Oh my goodness, they're faking it. And that is incomplete. The fake is unsuccessful. The fake field goal does not get it done. This is going to be a turnover on downs.
Hey, I'm all for aggressive. I don't mind that at all. But you better be right. If you're going to make that call and risk putting points on the board, you better not fail like they did right there.
Hey, we're 33.
1st and 10, it's Mayfield. Hits it through the middle. The 40. Hits the 20. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
You know, Kent, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Trying to run with Irving. So much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Another chance at 6. It's 2nd and goal. Complete out of the option. And that's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers take a 4th quarter lead. Mike Evans with the touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that.
And he's into the end zone, so that turns out to be a very smart risk. They've got the lead in this fourth quarter. Well, that right there, a very important two-point conversion. Brock, their lead now up to 3. A field goal would only tie this one.
Yeah, the math was pretty easy on that one, right? You know what it does. It puts you up 3 and forces a field goal on the other side. But I'll tell you what else I like there, Kate. It's psychology. It puts a little seed of doubt on that other side. Maybe if you come into this moment later in the game, and certainly an injection of confidence for your offense that they can deliver in the clutch.
Hold on, set. Ready.
Play action with Mix. Flushed out of the pocket. Throws this one deep down the right side. Big shot is hauled in. Fever inbounds. Oh, what a play! Give him 32 on that play. And the Broncos will have a first down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Mix off the play action. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Buccaneers make the play that should win them this game. Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Irving. And it's barely anything on that run, and we've reached the 2-minute warning. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Short pass brought in. And he picks up about 6 on the play. Stopped though right near the marker. Didn't get it. 3rd down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Irving trying to run for the first. And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
That's a BYOB. You got to be your own blocker. It would have taken the entire defense piling on to stop him from getting that first down. Well done.
And the Buccaneers
1st and 10 from the 41. Once again, Irving. Oh, man, nothing from him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Irving gets it on the draw. And the Buccaneers get that first down, and that should be enough to start the celebration and earn them this win.
A good draw play is like a great punt return. You just set the table and let your elite athlete do his job. Excellent job of selling the pass. The O-line got a body on a body, and these running backs at this level, they know how to make you pay defensively.
With the win in hands, they'll take the knee and let this clock run out. So it's a win for the visiting Buccaneers. And this was the type of response you always hope to see after a loss, Brock. Get right back out there and find a way to win the following week.